Well, it is 6:17 and time now for What's Trending. A butcher in Sacramento is really thinking out of the box, creating a vending machine for meat. And the idea is to make quality provisions available both before his store opens and after it closes. Eric Velderman Miller was looking for a way to reach more customers. Originally, they wanted to be open longer, but were unable to get the staff to do so. When fully operational, all the products that go in there are ground fresh and then vacuum sealed here in the shop. The vending machine will be like a big temperature-controlled fridge. Customers tap the type of meat they want and how much of the pre-packaged weight, swipe a card, and leave with meat. The machine is designed for after hours or if some want to use it for a quick convenience. And I like that idea a lot, actually. Meat on the go, almost, in a way. Hopefully...
It's literally the definition of meat on the go, though, and I would definitely would love to see something like that, though, because I know there's many places up here that make some great meat, and sometimes they're closed when you have time to go, and having something like this would be perfect, though. Just obviously need to have some security measures there so no one tries to get into those machines.
Yeah, for sure. Or there's the... if you've ever want to get the desire to cook out at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, but, obviously no meat market is open at that time. So
right.
This will give people a nice option to go and get meat and fulfill their late night barbecue request.
I think so too. So hopefully maybe it becomes more of a thing, especially for those that kind of plan out at the last minute as well. But meanwhile, though, from switching to something tasty to something a little bit more terrifying, a woman in Connecticut came home on Monday to find a bear in her house. Shannon Davis says that her cat was staring at the window, in a weird way, which made her believe that something was inside her house and causing a problem. And Shannon looked inside and saw a shadow move across the kitchen floor. She got her phone out and took a video of him sticking his head out the window, and the bear ended up making his way out the back door. As for damage left behind, thankfully there wasn't much. There was a lollipop stuck to the rug. It pulled out the snack tray. It was pulled to the edge, but there was only a package of vanilla crackers was the only damage. So got lucky there, so clearly that bear was like, I'm hungry, I'm going to look for something, and apparently it must know how to avoid making big messes, because obviously bears can usually once bears get inside a house or a car, that thing is usually total, period.
Yeah, for sure. She definitely got lucky with that, but usually bears, they'll just go scavenging for food, and usually the houses or someone's car, they leave their doors unlocked. That's usually how they're going to get in. So
a lot of times,
this bear actually broke through a screen. So.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard stories of animals breaking through things. So I saw a video online. I think it's an old video though. Literally, a deer jumping through a window. Like they just jumped through, shattered the window, and I'm like,
that's scary.
My goodness. So. Yeah, so I mean, wildlife definitely had no regard for windows right now, apparently.
Yeah, and I've always learned, like, since I've moved here for sure, I've always been one to lock my doors, especially my car. But now living here, and there's bears in my area, so I definitely got to make sure my doors are locked.
Make sure they're locked.
Thankfully, I've always gotten in a good habit on that.
Yep.
Taking a turn to our last story, students in New York City had the opportunity to not only sail boats, but to build them as well. All students got to sail their creation off the Brooklyn Pier in New York, but before sailing, they had to learn to build them in school. The students ranged from 5th grade to early teens, and after they built them, the students were placed with an experienced captain who would teach them how to sail on their 7-footers that they created. And on the sailing trip, the students also got a history lesson of the area. And I love that idea so much, learning on nature, learning about the area. You're building a boat, building something with your hands, and I wish more schools would do like woodworking classes. Now, thankfully, my school had that, like auto shop, woodworking.
Like a vocational center or something, maybe?
But yeah, they were like separate, so I definitely got to work with my hands a little bit as well, so I love that idea.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice idea too. I mean, there's no better way to learn than going hands-on with things, so hopefully students across the country get more experiences like they did with doing these kinds of things.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for them.